Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the Vosteed Psyop, the complete line. These were designed by Jeff Blauvelt of Tough Knives, and as you can see, these are very easy on the eyes, very appealing, if not visually stunning. I spent a lot of time last year actually looking for one of these, specifically the mini Psyop, and it finally came to fruition last fall when a good buddy of mine, Matt Yako, sold me the one that he found pop up on White Mountain Knives. So that started my journey into it. A few weeks later at Blade West, I was able to pick up this version, and I had never seen that colorway before. They also had another almost bronze, if not purplish, handle version there, and to me, this one, I guess, just fit me a little bit better. And who knows, maybe it was the gold, maybe it was the blue in here, but I'm not sure. I picked it up and I've been sitting on it since, and we're going to check it out right now. So the color on this one is truly something else. I would say semi-color shifts in the light or depending on the angle you're looking at, but in hand, the Psyop is all business. This is a rock solid knife, and it is just, yeah, truly something to look at, especially in this colorway. I mean, there's clearly, you could get a natural titanium finish, or, if you get black handled titanium, that's everybody has that colorway. This one is something new and it's something different, and I'm glad that Vosteed has this out. Let's look at some of the opening methods for the Psyop. So this is operated with a top liner lock or a compression lock, and it is extremely solid as far as lockup goes. So you can use your thumb for opening, like so. You can use an opposite finger flick, very easy. Or you can use the front flipper. Now, that took me quite a while to learn how to do the front flipping, but once you get it, it comes pretty naturally after that. I think, to me, what I really like about the Psyop itself is the beautiful drop point, if not semi-spear point looking blade. And I like that it has a huge finger choil. I'm one who likes to get up on that blade and get up and over a working area if I need to use it for intricate tasks. So the Psyop fits that bill very well. Let's get into some specs of the full-size Psyop. We have an overall length of 8.01 inches, a blade length 3.32 inches, a handle length of 4.7 inches. We have a handle thickness of a 1/2 inch right on the dot. We have a blade stock of 13, almost 14 thousandths. The blade is a drop point blade that is flat ground and is constructed of Elmax, and it does have a very generous finger choil. It also has a very, very nice and very generous thumb hole for your opening methods. The milling on the handle is grippy, but not too grippy, so it shouldn't be an issue as far as inserting and taking out of your pants pocket. The pocket clip is milled titanium, and it is right hand carry, tip up only. This is what the full size looks like in the pocket. I have a large sized hand, and this is how my hand fits on the Psyop. So there's definitely room for extra large, if not bigger hands. You can choke up here, and you can also get up over that blade. So plenty of room for bigger hands. That's awesome. Now we're going to take a look at the mini Psyop. Again, huge shout out to Matt Yako for hooking me up with this one last fall. Now, immediately when I had seen this on the internet and just seen other reviews about it, it immediately struck me as something kind of like, I don't know, I would say like a mini bug out style with the extremely lightweight handles and build, but all business on the blade. And these were just sold out last year. There was no bones about it. I couldn't find them anywhere. And yeah, I mean, just, I can see why. This is a very, very visually appealing and useful knife. So in hand, as you can see, with a large size hand, this, I mean, I fill out the entire handle for sure on this. So this is a smaller knife, and probably hence the word mini on there. So yeah, this is good looking. Now, what separates this one from the large counterpart to it is the fact that this one is a crossbar lock versus top liner lock. And just like all crossbar locks, it's actually very easy to use. There's no weight to this, so flipping that blade out is not a problem, but you're actually not getting assisted by that additional blade weight either. So this is definitely, I would consider it either extreme duty lightweight or a very tough gentleman's pocket knife. That's the way I view this one. I wish it had some jimping on the back of here. I think that was the one thing, or I guess one complaint that I had about the mini Psyop, is they just went away from jimping for some reason. I just don't understand that at all. But what they did add with this is made it ambidextrous. So you could use left and right hand tip up carry and have the deep carry pocket clip on there. So quick specs about the mini Psyop. We have an overall length of 6.49 inches, a blade length of 2.69 inches, a handle length of 3.8 inches, a handle thickness of 0.429 inches, and a blade stock of just under 10 thousandths. Again, same LMAX construction and roughly a 60 HRC. It is a plus or minus of 2 on here. And yeah, this thing is light. And we're going to get it on the scale here in a minute and just show you the difference between the three in real time. Definitely a cool knife, and I'd say this one is something for everybody. And it is a definite departure as far as weight goes compared to the big one. Let's see what it looks like inside the pocket. It's almost small enough where it could actually be a fifth pocket knife, but here it is in the full pocket. Sits really nice, and it disappears truly. Let's try it on that fifth pocket. Oh, it's just right there at the edge of that fifth pocket, so maybe it's a little big for fifth. So last but not least, brand new, just dropped today, is what I call the Psyop Lite. Now, this is something that I had pitched to Vosteed last fall, and I just said, you know, I think it would be cool to have a middle departure between the two. Something that has the full-size Psyop size, but has a lighter weight construction like the Mini. Well, basically what they did is add liners and micarta and kept the compression lock or top liner lock, and bam, now you have a Psyop Lite, or they're just calling it a Psyop. So no differentiation between that one and this one, but there definitely is some differences. I definitely like that Vosteed does this black and copper dune color. It just also is very, very visually appealing. I like that they made this one actual ambidextrous and actual deep carry, and you can see that this pocket clip goes right up to the back of the Psyop Lite, and so it actually will disappear in the pocket. If we look at the mini Psyop in comparison with it, you can see that it is a deep carry pocket clip, but it's set in such a way that you still have a little bit of the knife poking out of the pocket. And this version will actually completely disappear inside the pocket. So, like most of the blades that have a coating on them, if you get yours right away, don't be alarmed if it feels less smooth than a knife that is like satin finish or stonewash finish, because there is a coating and it takes time to break in. So same great opening methods, Very easy as far as using your thumb to open in the thumb hole, or your middle finger opposite flick, or the front flip. Miss. But it, yeah, absolutely opens with authority if you get it right the first time. The Psyop Lite definitely has the same opening methods as the big brother of it, but just in a lighter package. And I think what I like about this version truly is that it's warm. You got the full-size Psyop toughness and look in a more neutral handle. And, you know, whether you're in extremely hot environments or cold environments, having something like a micarta or a carbon fiber handle stays less extreme. So, I don't know. I really enjoy that about this. And it just looks really good. Good job, Vosteed, on this one. Specs on the Psyop Lite. Overall length of 8.01 inches. A blade length of 3.32 inches. Handle length of 4.7 inches. A handle thickness of a 1/2 inch. A blade stock of almost 14 thousandths. A copper PVD finish on the blade and associated hardware. It is also constructed of Elmex steel. You can see that it has a special White Mountain Knives logo on the blade. And it is a serialized version. This one happens to be 81 out of 230. This is what the Psyop Lite looks like in the pocket. It all but disappears. Let's compare weights between the three Psyops. And we'll start right off the bat with the big boy. So the full size is coming in at 4.777 ounces. The Psyop Lite, 4.35 ounces. And the mini Psyop comes in at 1.8 ounces. So as you can see, there is a pretty significant difference between the three. And I feel that this middle one could have been lighter. Could they have used just a carbon fiber shell or carbon fiber scale and still had the same? Yes and no. They wouldn't have been able to use a top liner lock. So I think as a fair trade-off, you're still losing some of that heft of the big Psyop and keeping a top liner and also cutting off some of the weight. So I don't know, I'd say this is a pretty fair trade-off. Price difference between these three: for the full-size titanium Psyop, it's going to run you $249. For the Psyop Lite, the White Mountain Knives exclusive is $159, while the mini Psyop is $139. So there definitely is a price range for everybody in these. And something to keep in mind, again, is, to me, these are truly all premium knives. No matter which way you get or which one you decide to go with, they're all going to be good knives for you. I think we should do some, or at least a size comparison with them. First up, we have the Vosteed Mink. And as you can see, the Mink is basically right in between the full-size Psyop and the mini Psyop sizes. Up next, we have the Vosteed Porcupine. And yeah, again, as you can see, the Porcupine is basically in between the mini Psyop and Psyop sizes, giving you a good indication, you know, if you are looking at Vosteed seriously, which one you may want to go with. Between these two, I don't know. I think they're very similar, and the people wanting a larger Porcupine size, as you can see, the full-size Psyop will definitely give you that extra hand room and extra manipulation room on the pocket knife. Up next, we have the Vosteed Thunderbird, and this is the smallest size Thunderbird. So even comparatively, you can see, again, it's right in between sizes of the Psyop and the mini Psyop. Up next, we have the Vosteed Ankylo, which I'm not sure if it actually is or not, but it to me, it reminds me of like the Ankylosaurus. But as you can see here, the Ankylo is approaching the size of the full-size Psyop, but again, just a hair shorter and quite a bit larger than the mini Psyop overall. And last but not least is the Vanguard Breaker, which is also designed by Jeff. And as you can see, I mean, it is as well right there at the same size of the full-size Psyop or the Psyop Lite. So, and substantially larger than the mini Psyop. Excellent designs. I think one of the things about this that is mentally giving me the struggle bus is why on earth is there not an included block-off plate for the side of the pocket clip that you're not using? I mean, that is what makes Vosteed Vosteed, and they always have that. So it's literally on every other model that they're ambidextrous, you have that block-off plate. So, for example, Thunderbird, Ankylo, Telururus, Corgi. You get the point. I just feel like it was either a grave oversight or I don't know. So my plea to you, Vosteed, for everybody that has bought these, send out some plates for this. And on your next run or whatever colorway you do next, include that in the purchase of the Psyop, because for the $160 price tag roughly for this, it's unacceptable to not include that block-off plate. It just looks sloppy. It looks like you just rushed it out the door. All right, so final thoughts for me. I don't know. I think what I really truly like, and maybe I've said this 100 times during this video already, is that there is truly a choice for everybody here. Whether you're looking for the all-out, go-to-war, full-blown version with the titanium handles, or you want something that's a little bit lighter weight for, I don't know, backpacking, or even just warmer handles. Or if you need something small and lightweight, again, for maybe on the trail or in your tuxedo, I don't know. There's many options, and not only are there these 3 different options, but they usually offer them in a huge array of colorways. So right now, as far as the middle version, the Psyop Lite, that is, I think, the only colorway right now. But just wait around for a few minutes and Vosteed will have some other ones out. So hard to say for me. I don't think I could make a clear choice right now, but this one will definitely be getting a lot of pocket time in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for other media being posted about this one. I think that's all I have to talk about with them for today. So if you like what you saw here, please like the video. And if you do like my content, subscribe to the channel. Also, huge shout out to my anchor crew for supporting me in this endeavor, and I definitely appreciate that and everything that you do for Darkwater. Tell me in the comments below, out of the 3 Psyops, which one would you pick up? Thank you so much for spending time with Darkwater here today. Have a good one.